Genius, Jester, Buggy! I don't know, I cannot sing, I'm terrible in singing. Hello and welcome back, this is Giraffe Reaction Zone and this is One Piece live action. This is Buggy's banging to the door to us to see what's gonna happen. Let's check what's gonna be in the reaction and get some faith in the... How he was called? In the Genius, Jester, Buggy. Also, I'm gonna talk with him in a role check. I'm gonna talk about Shanks, Garp and Coby, so definitely check it out and enjoy! One Piece live action, episode 2. Go Pistol! So training starting. So she's gonna give us a little bit of lore about the devil fruits, yeah?
All I know is that the gum fruit is worth more than all of Shanks' treasure. And I ate it, so that makes me worth more.
Spoiled brat, isn't it? So we're getting actually more stuff about Shanks and Luffy when he was young. I like it, maybe they're gonna show us more. I'm treating that completely separate storyline now. The events might match within One Piece anime and One Piece live action. However, I'm gonna treat it differently because it's already episode 1 shows how much different is the show.
When will you be back?
We're not coming.
We are not coming back. Ooh. Says the truth though.
Can you not do that?
Luffy, and I'm trying to open that bloody treasure. It's supposed to be a map there, technically. To the Grand Line!
So piratey. This is my first real pirate score.
Yeah, true, because he is first ship, yeah, and first crew, yeah? So it's kind of first day. He's excited.
Is it open yet?
Did you knock it off? I'm trying to take a nap.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we interrupting your beauty?
Beauty sleep. Nami is picking a fight on everybody. All what she cares is the treasure, doesn't it? Is she gonna tell them she opened it? She just simply opened it. Kuro. What? What's inside?
You did it.
Kuro, 16 million belly bounty. It must be the wanted poster, right? What else is that? The map, I guess. Just a tube and a map. And that map is amazing. That would be like the first time when actually East Blue is covered in one piece of paper. Look, just look at that. This is the reverse mountain, I see, the big ones, right? I don't know, the other side must be the Grand Line, and on the right hand side we have all East Blue. This map is amazing. So at the bottom, is a cam belt. Holy shit. So the East Blue is connected directly also to the com belt. I guess we will know more about the com belt in the future. What's there for Zoro?
Isn't there supposed to be gold inside a safe?
Gold inside the safe. Okay. The East Blue, North Blue, West and South.
This thin strip of land that circles the globe,
Yeah?
it's called the red line.
Red line, alright.
This
Look
is-
at my chin. I don't know if you're gonna see it, but I'm getting the chins there,
Across
but
the middle
I'm
is
loving
the grand
cartography.
line.
Zoro is kind of calm. I'm still waiting because I didn't show his negatives, assets, skills. I'm really curious and waiting when this gonna show. For now, he is like the calmest. When Nami being the smartest and Luffy just goofing around.
Is that the Marines?
How did they find us?
But neither of them having a bounty on their heads, so they're not chasing them for sure, there's no chance. Are they even having the pirate flag on top? Probably no.
This smoke smells weird.
What's that?
Brave.
What's that? No way! Nobody gonna see that, but he swallow it as well. Buggy pirates! Yeah, I knew it's not the Marines. And the Buggy is here! I love this One Piece Buggy Mark. I love it. He is so cool in this series.
They took my swords.
And my rucksack.
Ooh, that's not good. Find a way out. Yeah, that's good. That's
I
Zoro.
need to beat the hell out of every Marine I see.
Now we getting pure Zoro, yeah! Shanks used to say not every situation can be solved with violence. Who the hell is Shanks? So he had no idea about him, okay.
Pirates are pirates. There's only one kind.
She has so much hatred towards pirates, but I know why those who see that, watching that first time, let's save it for now. I don't recognize too much. That's the guy with a lion. The lion is called Richie. The guy's name. I don't remember. I forgot the guy's name with a four.
Stop clapping!
There is the guy.
Binky, right?
Buggy.
Pinky.
Buggy the Clown. Buggy, the genius Jester. Wow.
Genius Jester.
You have a... Just that everyone knows who you are.
Knows. Everybody knows. Yay, that's good. That's perfect, Buggy. I love that circus and stage. Such a genius idea.
Grace.
All right, listen up. I'm Roro no Azoro. Drop your weapons now, and I may let you live.
He is so cocky as well. I love that. She just ran away. Distraction. Yeah, that's proper Nami. Yeah, they got her. You know, the first time when Buggy and Luffy met, his crew was terrified by Luffy having a devil fruit. That was a major thing there because Buggy was the only one who actually have a devil fruit. We're gonna know it, I'm sure, in here. And when Luffy shows at that time that he possesses such a devil fruit, everybody was afraid of Luffy. Big time. Here it's completely different. That's what I'm saying. It's completely new story. Let's continue. Coby. Oh, so we're gonna get Coby a little bit more then.
That's Vice Admiral
The
Garp,
Helmetpa.
hero of the Marines.
Turns out they had help from a network of traitors.
He's giving a report to Garp. I'm just stop being comparing now to One Piece because that's brand new for me.
It's a good thing they had you at the helm. Newly enlisted?
Just this morning, sir.
Wow. So it looks like that is not the end of Captain Morgan. Very interesting side.
I think I can get us out of here.
You mean get yourself out of here.
They don't like each other at all. They just worried about the other skill sets. What's that?
Better work fast.
There's no way they just threatening Luffy like that.
I'm kind of hungry.
Luffy's playing cocky now.
What? Stretch me over.
They just stretching him
I
more.
can do this all day.
You Shanks? Ginger, 3 scars, left eye.
Okay, he has some hatred here.
You want to get tall fast?
Boogie, I'm warning you.
It's
Boogie.
your warning.
Having such a great time. Aren't you, Junior? Yes!
Junior, he is so mad at this Buggy.
Hi. So you can slice me, and you can dice me.
He wants to fight him now? Ooh, Buggy's getting serious. Or Boogie should I call him. Alright. He knocked him down. Buggy! You're impressing me more and more.
I've been thinking about you for years.
Why? What he did to you?
But how you killed my brother.
Killed my brother? Ah, it's a new show!
Have a seat.
Wow. He's feeding the snail. First time see with a salad, yeah? Very interesting. I love those details. Why he needs Coby all of a sudden? That's a little too big.
We both know you don't belong here.
What he told them?
How long have you been working with the pirates who attacked this base?
I was seen with one of them.
I will have you hanging on one of those crosses out in the yard.
He's scaring him. Holy shit! Okay, if I want to say Garp is completely different person from the anime.
You say his name is Luffy.
But he's supposed to know that, I guess? Maybe he's just confirming?
One last question. Straw Hat Pirate.
Yeah?
Do you owe him any allegiance?
He's a pirate. Pirates should face justice.
Then we'll find him together.
Planning? What is he smart, this guy, this Garp? It kind of, you know, gives me the vibes that he might be the villain here. It is weird to see Garp. I mean, okay, in anime it's not having shown him as much. We just know him a little bit how cocky, terrifying he is. In here we having completely different sides, and I'm loving it because East Blue Saga in the anime was kind of alright. It was good. It had some villains, but was very repetitive. Here we having completely new stuff. I'm loving it. What's gonna happen next? Getting back to Luffy's past now.
You're not welcome here. You made a fool out of Shanks.
He's just a boy who needs to learn respect for his betters.
Good luck. I've been trying to teach him that for months.
Shanks is here already. And he tried to teach him for a month.
Look, boys, you can spill a drink on me and I'll let it slide. But don't you ever threaten my friends.
Very interesting. Holy shit! That's Yasop? Unbelievably good! He just pounding him with this meat. Yeah, the brawl is here! I'm loving it. Yasop is good! Damn! Now how he stands Usopp, we're gonna find out later. Oh, he's gonna drown. Such a clever trap for the Devil Fruit users. However, he can knock it out. It's just a glass, right?
Seawater.
Ah, so he's weakened already.
All those wonderful. Your crew? You mean the ones that abandoned you? Just like Shanks did?
You have so much hatred towards Shanks.
Join me.
Why he wants to recruit him?
You can serve the man who will become the king of the pirates. I will find One Piece.
The One Piece is on the Grand Line. This is mainly the East Blue map. Just how to get to Grand Line.
No one is gonna miss you when you're dead.
What's that? Holy moly! Holy moly. And how the heck he get in there? That's a very good question. No idea. But the monster is here. Holy moly. What a nicely done.
Get lost.
Less impactful event, I would say. Shanks' moment is weird. Okay, the animations in case of the creature was nice. However, I didn't feel the vibe for Shanks too much. That's a bummer. I wanted more. It's fine.
You do have a
Oh,
plan.
he
right?
found
What's
the
your favorite
swords.
plans?
I say, we beat the hell out of every clown we see.
And she's doing the Zoro's way then. Oh, Nami can break the class. Okay. It's still Buggy has his moment.
You want a piece of me? Let's see what you got.
Buggy. Huh. They are struggling. Buggy is quite capable here. I love that a lot. He is quite tough. in this.
Chop chop!
I love that. Was from the teaser, yeah?
Emmy! The crates!
What? Luffy's planning. Yeah, the guy who was in pieces, the pieces master, the Buggy,
Cut you down to size.
the genius, Jester.
And I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Oh my God! Whoa, 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 whoa! No, 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 no! Wait! Bazooka!
How he accent that? Alright, that's something new. Okay, bazooka. Okay.
We are new captors.
What? I'm a different kind of pirate.
Okay.
Corruption rots like old fruit, spoiling all
Okay.
it touches.
Oh, they got him.
Since war against
So
piracy,
Afghanistan,
but we're
actually.
not fighting
God, making a move.
honor.
For honor, yeah. But when they were leaving, they gained all of the Buggy's treasure and they left half for the prisoners. But looks like that part was skipping away as well. Completely different show now. So how he's gonna play without his hand now? This is the moment which I actually like the least. The whole backstory between Shanks and Luffy. I don't know why. I'm not feeling the vibes as much.
I'm gonna find the One Piece and become king of the pirates.
In that case, this hat's the most precious thing I own, and I want you to take it.
Okay. Another moment. That's the promise to be a great pirate. The sacrifice is there. The faith is there. Can he gonna pull it off? So far, so good. He got a Zoro, he got Nami, got the hat, got the devil fruit. Quite strong, I guess. Strong crew, I guess. So yeah, we still didn't get too much of the Zoro's downsides. Why not? Maybe he do not have any downsides. Luffy downsides slowly showing off. He can understand people easily, however, he is really goofy. Not stealthy at all. Nami is tough to predict because she is smart one, so she always will follow what her brain tells her.
Next up, the Grand Line!
So he's going to Grand Line, yeah? What she's planning? Is that a snail?
You can tell them I have the map.
Holy shit! Such a cliffhanger! This episode was slightly lower in emotions and excitement. The moment which is supposed to grant and you know stamp on everything, not really give it to me. The Shanks and the monster, the get lost moment, didn't get that good in my opinion. He just gave him a stare, but he wasn't too much convincing to me. I don't know what he's supposed to do, but it was feeling like I missed something. Still a great moment, still amazing moment. He still loses his arm, you know, memorable moment for sure. The second moment is giving Luffy the hat. Okay, it was better, but also missing something. I don't know, the whole backstory seems a little off. And if I want to compare to the anime, I think anime did a better job out of it. Still, this is live action, this is completely different story because, and that's the only minus is what I've said, because the stuff what's happening with Garp, ladies and gents, with the marine base, how they got discovered, how Morgan got captured in a certain way for how he rotten inside, you know, and how Morgan even behaved at one front of Garp, everybody, and the Garp itself is threatening. I must say this is which elevates this episode by in a bit higher ups. Even though it is completely different story, but now when I consider One Piece live action to be a different story entirely, just events will matches, now I need to completely forget what's happening in anime because we are going completely different route. Now he's taking the cadets, which gonna be a Koby, I do believe, and he's gonna what? Chase after Luffy now? no, that's not gonna, that wasn't the case in the anime. That was completely something else happening. So we're getting brand new story. I love it. I really love it. What is happening? I'm wondering if they're gonna chase him. So Garp actually, by getting Koby, confirming that he is Luffy. So I think this will be the time to go for the roll check. And there we are, roll check. We're gonna have 4 actors for cast for today, for today's episodes. But first, before we start, I'm just gonna explain briefly, quickly some rules here. So basically, I'm gonna judge the actors who are doing in a live action, and I'm gonna compare them and scale them according to my 4 principles, which is energy match. Energy match basically means how well they adapt into their character in comparison to the One Piece. Then we're gonna go to the line delivery. Basically, this is basically the script, the words, what they are talking, and how well they are doing. This is mainly pinpointing their best moments, their hype moments within the live action and how the hype was within the anime. The higher score, obviously, the better. Third principle is the movement, so basically their body language, how they move, how they act, and how they fight during basically all the visuals as a character. And lastly will be emotions. This is pure on me, how I view the character, how they develop. So basically after watching the episode, I'm just reminding how much of them I can memorize in my head, how much impactful the actors were. Let's start. So we're gonna have 4 people from the cast. We're gonna start with the Shanks himself, because we got in loads of a backstory and I'm not sure he's gonna have it later on in the series anyway, so we're focusing on Shanks. Then we're gonna go to Koby. We got in episode 1 Koby, we got Koby now. I'm trying to combine those 2 episodes in case of Koby, but mainly this current episodes. Then we're gonna go to Buggy, because he is the main actor, the main villain of the episodes. And then go to Garp, because he was also shown. I don't know if he's gonna be more in the series, but we got a grasp, I've got the understanding of him, so let's go. I'm gonna start with energy match for all of the cast. Yes, so Shanks, starting with Shanks energy match, how well he adapt, and yeah, he is the captain. I'm gonna add him up also the young Luffy, because I'm not gonna treat young Luffy here separately. It's a different actor, I know, he's a child. It's not nice to judging him if he was good or bad. I'm just completely gonna skip that part. However, some of those, because Shanks had interaction with him, Shanks will take over. So how I view Shanks, there is not much in anime actually. Even though I went through over 400 episodes, Shanks wasn't just shown much. That's why I wanted to do it here, because I know this is, I think, the only portion when we got the most of Shanks. And yeah, he is a wise captain in my opinion. He had some rules with his head which he followed. That also was shown in the live action. However, I do believe it was kind of less impactful. The thing with Shanks in the live actions, I do think he had some problems with emotions, or maybe he's supposed to be super calm. Even though in anime, he was also kind of reckless. When he losing his calm, he become really weird. But however, this was the only one when I saw Shanks being like that, so it's hard for me to judge. He knew how to get serious, he knew how to threaten the giant or Grand Line monster, in my opinion, that was. And I'm not sure he actually delivers. Let's say the moment with the beasts, when he was telling them to get lost or something in the line. I didn't see much. I don't know if there maybe the animation was poor there, or maybe it wasn't enough animation. Animation was great. It wasn't just enough to showcase how Shanks good is. In case of his behavior, he is wise, he is smart, he is giving Luffy the advices. The line that he was trying to educate Luffy over months, I don't know how long he was there, and to the bandit who was trying to teach Luffy some manners, it was very cool cool line. I think I missed that in the anime if there was any. He's missing a little bit of the panic mode because before he had some. Okay, he has like maybe 1 or 2 panic modes in the anime, which here wasn't shown at all. He is like a grown-up. He is giving me a lot of like medieval pirate vibes, you know, the treasure things that Captain helping the others ones. Before it wasn't shown, so they showed more interaction like a proper pirate. I really like that bit. So in case of anime, they were quite similar. I was missing a little bit of seriousness, if you can call it, with the bandit and with monster. So I'm gonna give him 7.5. Coby! Yes, Coby, it is hard. Episode 1, he had his good moments and bad moments. Still, we talking about energy match, how character is his. The good moments was because he's supposed to be afraid every single time. And he wasn't. He was most of it afraid. He was supposed to be scared shit out of himself. He was going underneath the chair in episode 1, underneath the table when Zoro was fighting. But he had a bad moment like hitting Helmeppo. Come on, that's not Coby. Hitting Helmeppo using violence, Coby is not like that. And his justice towards the Marines, that Luffy is also a pirate, fits well, because that's what Coby actually filming. Aside that they are friends, they are also a pirates, and Coby understand the situation. Looks like the situation here was also understood. However, you know, because Coby is supposed to be as much annoying as possible character, that's the vibe from the anime, at least for me. And yeah, as much as he was annoying, he slowly already changes, which I didn't like. Okay, later on in the anime, he also changed, but that's gonna be a bit of a spoiler. Still, at this point, in the East Blue, at this base, with a Morgan, he's supposed to shit himself every single bloody time. And he wasn't always like that. Simply because of that, how good the job Coby did compared to Shanks now, because I'm really wavering here between 7 and 8 for Coby, especially from episode 1. He was annoying, and that's so ridiculous to say, but I loved it. I loved it for the character, because I know this is a good point for the character role. I think Coby did a better job than Shanks, I do believe. I'm gonna give him 8. Buggy! Oh my genius Jester! Buggy! Amazing! In case of energy bank, how he's supposed to be to anime, in anime he was much worse. And this is a problem for the role check, because how they express Buggy, how he fought. Okay, this is the different line, but how he behaved. Okay, he was a kind of a buffoon, if you know what I mean. He's supposed to be a little bit annoyed, but he also have those lines when the little flashbacks of him back when we didn't have that was showing how kind of lame-ish he was. Buggy is not as strong as this episode showing him this different story. But in case of the character, he was like to show off, and the same Buggy. However, I do believe here this Buggy is a little bit too much cocky. He's supposed to be less. He's supposed to be much more annoyed about his nose, and he was really violent. He was even able to kill his own crewmates if they messed up with his nose in anime. In here, not so much. The weak point about nose is way lowered, and yeah, the good skills of Buggy are above that. The perception, the skills. Buggy is not that smart, and the whole circus when they chained up everybody, brilliant. I loved it so much, but it is also not so much for Buggy, because Buggy from the anime, it's hard to imagine something like that. Especially for him to be his own creation. Yeah, it is gonna be, and it's really hard for me, because I loved Buggy so much, but in anime he was really kind of lame. Okay, in anime he beat Zoro up. Here he beat Zoro up as well, which gives him some extra points. Also, Buggy is a little bit of annoying character that he's getting, and he is getting annoyed so often. In here he was like mastermind, like a proper villain. You know, I love Buggy, how he was shown here, and this is why bugs me the most, because in anime I didn't love Buggy. It was kind of annoying for me. Here it is on the bloody like a god express, and that's the problem with me right now, because he is such a good character, hear me. But in case of comparison to anime, that's not good, so I have to give him lower than Shanks, 7. Garp! Now Garp, I do not, again, Garp is the similar problem which I have with Shanks, not much content in the anime. In fact, I can at least get the minimum borderline for Garp in case of his strength with Shanks, not so much at all. In case of his behavior, Garp is like Luffy. Fair and square, he is like Luffy. He likes to laugh a lot, he likes to be cocky a lot, he likes to don't care about everything else around it. And now, Garp being at the execution of the Goldie Roger, he weren't there. Garp chasing Baroque works, he wasn't doing that. He don't care about Baroque. He knows if he can go and destroy. That was his mind, the whole Baroque wars, if they're gonna be on the peak. He don't care squeezing them from a side. He don't need to investigate. Garp not doing investigations. If there is investigation to be needed, he is telling the people underneath him to do that. He is not the type of a guy. He is smart in here. He is cocky. He can pull the strings. He is kind of a manipulator. He can read people's mind almost. And this is not how I view Garp at all. Even though this is great expression on him, it is great feature. He is definitely bringing to the stuff by a lot. But in case if we want to compare the character, the cockiness, the sunlight, the guy who is competing into donut eating contest mainly, nothing like that in his live action. And this is kind of problem, because if we must compare this Garp to anime Garp, even though this Garp is also amazing fit because I also loved him, it is completely different person. In case how well he adapt to anime, 3. Now we're gonna be speaking about line delivery, basically the script, the best moments. So Shanks, let's start again. We're focusing on the hype moments, basically him saying get lost to the creature, and then giving Luffy the hat. 2 great moments of the One Piece from Luffy's background. And I do believe, as with the creature, I do believe it's mainly animations fault, because what he can do, he can give a bigger stare, and that's it. It has to be kind of animation, not the actor itself. The wording, get lost, okay, it could be more angry, but he is also cold, so he needs to be kind of, you know, balance it out. Surprisingly, I think he did that. In case of him giving the hat, alright, I think in this scenario, Shanks is not too much to blame. However, the impact, you know, were lacking a little bit. However, it was still good. It's supposed to be a nostalgic, so I'm not feeling that nostalgia. That's also a minus. I do believe it's not really a Shanks fault, and I'm gonna give him the same thing, 7.5. Koby's line delivery. Episode 1, it was missing. It was good in case when he was saying, oh, pirate graveyard, but he wasn't super annoying with that. He's supposed to keep being repetitive to piss us off, but he doesn't do it. Probably the live action will not allow that to happen, to lose the viewers, to be honest. But Koby supposed to piss us off to the point that we do not want to see him. He is such a crybaby, loser, afraid, chicken, everything all together. He is on the bottom. This is done on purpose within the anime. He's supposed to be on the bottom because then only option for him is to rise up. But for now, he needs to show us how bad of a character, how weak, how childish and terrified person he is, and he was kind of delivering it. It was the moment I got annoyed of it, which is good. The lines were good, however, I didn't like the line with Helmeppo in episode 1. In episode 2, him being on the seat against Garp, he wasn't afraid. He was interrogated. He was on the under investigation. Garp, by the way. Anyway, that Coby will shit himself, and he was calmly sitting. That Coby supposed to be sweating as much as possible. Coby was calm. Oh, uniform is a little bit too big. Where is the emotions? You're supposed to be afraid at that time that anything can be happening. You're supposed to thinking in your head what the worst possible ideas, the options, what can be happen to you if you do not behave, and you're supposed to be sweating out of it. That what I would love to see from Coby. However, we got more calmish, more regular version, and I didn't like it actually. So still I was kind of shocked, but mainly because of Garp and this Bogart guy. So yeah, but in case of Coby, line deliveries is not as much as I would expect it, and this is way worse than Shanks. I'm gonna give it 6. Best moments of Buggy. Oh my days, which one I supposed to pick? In fact, in anime, Buggy didn't have best moments at all, I must say. In here, he had so many, and he delivered every single bloody time. When he was having this Luffy in this glass prison, when he was putting the seawater, that wasn't anything like that in anime. When he was trying to get the map, in anime he already had that map. It was stolen from him, in fact. Every single thing is different, and even though I loved it so much, I cannot pinpoint any bad thing. In fact, it was different in anime. But this, we are not talking, I'm not comparing him to anime. This, I'm talking about his crucial lines, how he acted, and man, he nailed it. 10. He is a damn good actor. Garp and his line delivery, best moment. And that's the thing. In anime, also, Garp doesn't have any good moment. All what he was doing in anime, he came to collect Captain Morgan, who was already imprisoned by his underlings because of how he was and acting, because he was such a menace that everybody were afraid of him. Not really in this live action. In this live action, Garp has to step up on the line and give it. Also, Garp on the execution platform with Goldie Roger, he weren't there. At least it wasn't shown in anime. Maybe he was, I don't know. So, and don't forget, those lines were massive. Were massive actually, because now I'm not comparing him to anime. Now how he acts in the best options, best moments, and he delivered. Yes, with the Goldie Roger, that was massive. I really take it. I really love the scene. In case of his interrogating and investigating Coby, I loved it. Even though I would expect him to be completely different person. Again, now we're not talking about his personalities, best moments, and yeah, he was on top. Still, I'm gonna give Buggy the credit, because Buggy did way better, because all of the animations, I think the whole episode was around Buggy, and here he was like a number 2 character in this episode, clearly in my opinion. So Garp, simply because Buggy was better, because I would give Garp 10 in case of the best moments, how he acted, but because Buggy is better, 9.5. Now we go into the movements, really, how they moved, act, body language, all of that, visuals. Shanks, we're not gonna see much of him, because again, there was one moment basically, we didn't have much of a fight. However, he still have some fights when on the thing, and I didn't like it. Shanks, when he's fighting, he's supposed to overwhelm him instantly. That wasn't happening with the monster. Shanks, who's supposed to grab his hand, he still was bleeding there. He was ignoring that completely. Shanks, in case of his body movement, not good, Shanks, no good. Sadly, I will give him below average 4.5. Shanks here, I'm really disappointed. I wanted to see more, because he is a menace. I'm not gonna spoil you much, but he is a menace. He didn't prove that. 4.5. Coby. So the only thing which I want to see in Coby movements, he's supposed to hide his every single moment possible. He's supposed to be sweaty. His legs supposed to be shaking every single time. He is a coward Is he a coward in live action? Sadly, no. So, in how bad I was treating Shanks, because he's supposed to be on the god level, on the top, Coby's supposed to be exactly opposite, and both of them remain average. And I didn't like that at all. I'm gonna treat him exactly like Shanks, 4.5. Buggy movements are awesome. Buggy movements are massive. Buggy's devil fruit is tremendous. Supposed to be lame, but it's good. Yeah, Buggy. But still, Buggy movements, I'm not expecting Buggy to be that top. He was shown that he is on top. He can deal with people. He can withstand Luffy punches easily. Really, he was only avoiding in the anime. So yeah, Buggy should be average. In this scenario, he is a god in live action almost. So that's a problem, ladies and gents. Buggy has to be put into still, because he was god and he's supposed to be still average. At the end of the day, he was taken. He was showing when he was this smaller version of him when Luffy used bazooka. I love that attack. The phrasing, the pronunciation, everything. So yeah, it's gonna be slightly better than Shanks and Coby. However, not much. 5.5. He was way too good to how he's supposed to be. In case of Garp movements, again, this is nothing to be seen. Okay, in anime he was hit by Morgan. Here he wasn't even hit. Everything was off screen. He's showing like a cocky. So I cannot go with Garp any kind of direction. He's supposed to be strong. Garp is in fact the Vice Admiral, but Vice Admirals are extremely strong. The only thing which proves that everybody having a high respect towards him, and he's also mentioned as a hero as he should. Still, he's not laughing too much. Garp's supposed to have a very loud mouth when laughing. Garp's supposed to fall asleep because he was eating donuts for a couple of days. Tournament, what he was having, he is not doing that. He is calm, he is fresh all the time. When Morgan was actually attacking him, Garp was sleeping, yes! And here, completely not. Morgan would not even attack him at all. So, yeah, it's completely different person, so it's hard to judge. But in case of movements, he didn't show much, but I do believe he will show if he will have to in the live action. So it is better than all the other three characters. Sadly, because he is not that reckless, I cannot give him too much because he's calm. So I'm gonna give him 6.5 simply because he's not as reckless as he's supposed to. Emotions. What kind of emotions I've got from Shanks at the end of the video? I wasn't happy about Shanks here. I wanted to see more. Okay, it is not an arc. This is not a flashback from Shanks to Shine. Don't make me wrong. However, he has some emotional moments here. And I do believe with it, again, because I have to put everything together now, my emotions, it wasn't giving enough. Live action should give us more of it. And because simply that wasn't even looking like a flashback, I'm having a problem here. So still, Shanks is very nice to see. Plus points that his fight, his interaction with his crew, very good. I loved that actually. And there was still lines with the bandits, so I'm gonna give him 6. Coby, I still have in the head how he punched Helmeppo. Why he is... I'm so frustrated by that by a lot. Good emotions, but it gives me emotions, but completely different. He's supposed to be annoying me. I'm supposed to hate that character, and I'm not really. Even though Shanks gives me some emotions, Coby gives me the opposite what he's supposed to. Especially from the episode 2. He was like an average Marines. He wasn't stand out of anything. He wasn't afraid. He was average. Coby is not like that. And because of that, I'm gonna treat him below average, 4.5. Buggy's emotions are everywhere. Buggy's emotions are good. Buggy's emotions are banging on 10. and I'm gonna put it as a 10. No chance that Buggy getting anything else. He is amazing character in this. Every single moment with Buggy was a joy. So it is seriously a genius Jester, and if anybody disagree with me, I'm not gonna like it. So let's go to the next one. So how much of emotions Garp gives me, and he gives me really mixed emotions, because I didn't expect that from him. I expected him completely different, and he misdelivered maybe something. Still, because of the mixed emotions, I'm gonna treat him exactly on average 5. So let's see the overall. So clearly Buggy is on top with an outstanding 8.1. And the lowest is sadly Coby, still not that bad, 5.8 is above average. I have another options for you to view the character, so bear with me. And there we are, this is my final line of the role check. I'm gonna compare every single staff, every single core who's developing, probably the main cast anyway, because you know I cannot go with the average all of them, because I can go only with 4 characters. So far, how in the live action compare the actors, and I'm talking specifically for the actors, the best actor so far after 2 episodes is Roronoa Zoro with the outstanding 9.3. After him is Buggy, and the third one is Monkey D. Luffy. Helmeppo is and basically equal with Helmeppo. So those 4 characters make a big standout for the live action, and I must say I loving every single one of them. Zoro massively cocky, Buggy stupidly godly guy, Monkey D. Luffy, okay, it's still above average, still having a goofy little fruit, still goofing around. Helmeppo, excellent actor, I couldn't give him a better score. Then we having the villain Morgan, then we having Shanks. Shanks actually is below Morgan, which is sad. I was expecting more from Shanks. Still, he only entering the flashbacks so far, so we're not gonna have much from him. So we're gonna see him probably later on in the stories when there maybe new seasons. I'm not sure how far this season will go. So yeah, then we got Garp here. Garp, because he is completely different character, simply because he is tweaked so much. He is lower because how he pronouncing, how he developing everything is very good. So yeah, in general Garp is very good. The problem is not the real Garp from the anime. It's basically completely new person, which is why he is lower in the rank. And sadly Coby. If you're gonna do the live action again, please double check the anime. If he is afraid, be afraid to the most, to the extent, to the maximum possible value. I know people will don't like you. I know people will don't like Coby at all in the live action, but this is Coby's all about. His journey from the very bottom. Then, who knows, I didn't saw the whole anime. So I don't know about Coby too much. Sadly, I just saw him recently in Water 7 and that's about it. But I cannot spoil you, so I cannot say anything. So let me know what do you think. Let me know who out of those 8 is your best character, is your favorite character in the One Piece live action. And yeah, we're gonna continue the story in the chat, in the comments. Oh yeah, did anybody ask you to give me a like and subscribe? Please do so, and see you in the next video. Yeah.